Earth Angel, Earth Angel. Well, I'm gonna go for a drive with Pushing Up Daisy. Taking Pushing Up Daisy for a drive. Taking Pushing Up Daisy for a drive. Yeah. Push the little daisies and make them come up. Push the little daisies and make them come up. Yay! All right. Well, how's everybody doing? Oh, wow. What a day. What a day. What's happening, Daisy? Did you hear about the group, Daisy? The group is on fire. And I can't really do anything about that. Can't do anything about groups burning their life up. It's just what it is. They're probably burnt anyway. They were probably burnt when they were burning their lives up. Yeehaw! That's what it is. I can't do anything about that, Daisy. No, I can't. Can't do nothing about that. We are not responsible for groups destroying their lives. No, we aren't, Daisy. We are not responsible for that. However, it is good to know. It is good to know because, I mean, that's just what it is. As they were awakening to the facts of the matter, I was awakening to the facts of the matter. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And yes, it would be past life energies. And I don't think, and that's, you got to keep in mind, the group finding out isn't nearly as big as a disaster as the government that wanted to keep me asleep. It's just what it is. However, yes, the group who has destroyed their lives can now be handed over to Donald Trump with UFO disclosure. Pisces is manifesting miracles, huh? But, you ladies have been saying that, that Pisces soul family was going to come and take Pisces home. Ooh, where'd that light come from? That came out of nowhere. That was cool. Anyway. So, yeah, I mean, if Pisces soul family is coming to take Pisces home and Donald Trump is doing UFO disclosure, oh my goodness, it's just what it is. You want to figure out exactly what boundaries these individuals cross, because what that tells me is what I learned from Dolores Cannon about the law of interference. And you've got readers talking about the ancestors want to start from scratch. And starseeds have kind of been waiting to go home. We've kind of been waiting to go home. We didn't know how it was going to happen or when it was going to happen or if it's going to happen. We came here for a mission. But if you have entire groups of whatever kind of satanic weirdos that wanted a new life off of Earth Angel energy, chances are that did not work out very well for them. No, it did not. It did not work out very well at all, Miss Daisy. No, it did not. However, I'm not responsible for that. We are not responsible for that. We are not responsible for whole groups destroying their lives and getting drugged to the underworld by the jinn. Because when you have the unseen realm unlocked, chances are, and when she says that, you have to take care of your own, it makes me think of Lyrae, the Princess of Pleiades. Because that was one of the things about QHHT. She would get highway days, and that's what they said. They would, as she would get her upgrades and her alien-like abilities, they would yank her soul out of her vessel while she was driving, and she'd get her upgrades. They'd throw her back down on the etheric cord, and it's what it is. And they called that taking care of your own. So that's what it is. However, yeah, I mean, as this truth just undoubtedly rolls out. But now, other readers saying that the ancestors want to start from scratch. With that Egyptian energy in the cards, you got to keep in mind, Egypt is fucking sand. It's nothing but a bunch of fucking sand. And I can't do anything about groups crossing the boundaries and breaking spiritual laws, enacting the law of interference, because that's what Dolores Cannon said. She said, unless half-wit stupid people were going to destroy the earth, they can't interfere. They can't interfere, but if half-wit stupid people are going to interfere and destroy the earth, then they would be able to break the law of interference, and they would be able to come in and put a stop to shit. So, I don't know how UFO disclosure and putting a stop to shit go hand in hand, but I bet we're going to find out, aren't we? Yes, we are. I bet we are. And now, when you talk about, Pisces unlocking the spiritual abundance and the connection to the realms of angels and demons and jinn, and that's the cool thing. I mean, when you talk about the mantis energy, I mean, that's the whole thing about mantis. So you're the ones that call us angels. And knowing the cedars of the garden. In that book, Cedars of the Garden, that was the whole thing. Enlightened beings would come with a glowing angelic aura and would come to teach the indigenous things. They would try to help in the evolution of the tribe. And then, they would end up worshiping them as gods instead of ancestors. It's just what it is. There is only one higher self, only one God. And that's the thing. I mean, coming into the connection and me being cloaked. Okay, so let's get to that. Being a human lie detector and seeing through to the center of someone's soul isn't necessarily something you want everyone to fucking know. It causes some fear. Oh my God, he's a human lie detector and I'm full of shit. And that's generally most people, because all truths are half truths. However, helping people, and it will, you're going to have to, their souls are going to be getting drugged to the underworld by the jinn. I can't do anything about that. You got Dorothy summoning jinn. You've got groups of God who knows what. They can't believe, oh God, the Earth Angel's still alive. Yep. And it's what it is. I mean, I go for shock value. People talk about the value of things. Know your value. There's nothing better than waking up in a hotel room at Hooters Las Vegas Resort and Casino to the Catholic English-Spanish translator every Saturday morning. Not Saturday morning cartoons, English-Spanish translator. And let me tell you, when a woman can't figure out what language to pray in, but she told me my feet were smoking, so we can obviously assume that nothing these people do is going to work. And I think she's nuts. I think she's got too much Catholicism in her head, and she's absolutely nuts. I didn't witness what she said. I just woke up at 3:33 a.m. like I fucking re-entered. Anyway. So yeah, they think Pisces is hiding secrets, and it's what it is. If you listen to these people, you would have to assume that they're absolutely nuts. They don't know what they're talking about. They're crazy blonde ladies on a plane. And thank you for that comment on the Boeing 757 that had to return right after takeoff. And I haven't Googled what you asked me to, and I'm a big stickler for that. When you ask me to Google something, usually I Google it, because I like to do the research. But I was kind of laughing at your comment, because you opened up the door to Air Force Hot to spit on that plane. And I'll have to make some memes. I'll have to make some spit on that plane memes, plane crash memes. It's just what it is, because I'm pretty sure that whatever work these individuals were doing is what was getting planes slapped out of the air. We did have a reader say that, if people had any kind of an ill intention and they were getting on a plane, they were getting slapped down for insurance reasons or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what these people were up to, and nobody wants to tell me anything except Donald Trump. He did UFO disclosure for the past 2 days, which is probably, just a way of covering up the true matters at hand. That's what it is. But that siphoning energy and that harvesting energy, yes, I will be calling my energy back. Will it cause some people difficulty? Well, I mean, if you girls are talking about tower moments happening to these people, fuck, if you end up with a tower on top of you, chances are it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty at all. And I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. I don't know who these people are. I don't know who this group is. No one's, and I don't care. I don't care who this group is. Because we just have to cut all ties and let the towers fall. Let the house of cards fall where they may. And plus, their souls are going to be getting drugged in the underworld by the jinn. And that's Dorothy's fault. Go talk to Dorothy. Have her click her heels together 3 times. She had the power all along. That's what it is when you girls talk about these individuals all had their own reason for spiritually attacking the healer. Well, yes, I told them no. If you want someone to turn against you, quit feeding them. Quit feeding them. Quit letting them be a corrupt group of parasites that do the same kind of dumb shit y'all are talking about, like work moon magic and whatever. That's what it is. So I can assume who this corrupt group of parasites is, but all that is assumptions. You really don't know for sure until they have a tower on top of their head, until they're at the bottom of a bunch of Barney rubble, back just blasted to the Stone Age. That's how God can show you who you can trust. When they're absolutely sitting at the bottom of a bunch of bricks and mortar and have to figure out a way to dig themselves out of hell. That's how you know who to trust. Namaste.